Hello and welcome to our Global College Spotlights of 2026. We are so excited to continue our video presentations this year, highlighting international education options where students can earn a full undergraduate or graduate degree entirely in English. We kicked off 2026 with a German university in January, and over the course of this year, we will continue introducing universities in Germany as well as across the DACH region, which includes Austria and Switzerland. Today, we are joined by the Technical University of Applied Sciences Würzburg-Schweinfurt, also known by the shorter and perhaps easier name THWS. The university is located in the state of Bavaria and has two campuses, which you will hear more about in just a moment. THWS is a public university in Germany, which means there are no tuition fees, even for international students, only a small semester fee. Beyond that, as a University of Applied Sciences, THWS offers practice-oriented programs in fields such as engineering, mechatronics, robotics, and also international management and many other applied disciplines. As always, today's Global College Spotlight is brought to you by Global College Advisors. And just in case you are new to our Global College Spotlights, I am Cornelia Betschart-Fortes, founder of Global College Advisors, and I'm excited to be your host today. Before we hear more about THWS, let me introduce you to Natalia Kudelia, who will guide us through today's presentation. Natalia is the Acquisitions and Marketing Manager for International Students and has been part of the THWS International Office for nearly 12 years. For many international students, she is in fact the first point of contact on their journey to studying in Germany. She works closely with prospective students from around the world, guiding them through the application process and helping them navigate what it really means to study at THWS. Today, she'll give us an inside look at what makes THWS distinctive and what international students should know as they consider this university. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Natalia. I am very much looking forward to learning more about THWS and all the opportunities it offers international students. I will stop sharing my screen now, and the floor is all yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I suggest we start right away because we have many interesting topics to talk about. So I will start to explain you the difference between Würzburg and Schweinfurt because the location is so different. Then we will talk about some facts of the university and the programs. Then I will explain you our degree courses in English. We have 9 programs which are completely taught in English. And we will talk about how to get into the university, what are the requirements, the process, the deadlines. We will also talk about financial aspects because they are very important, about fees, scholarships, student jobs, and cost of living. Then some organizational issues like visa, accommodation, insurance. Later, I will continue talking about what THWS offers all international students. Then we will talk about student leisure activities and perspective after studies. THWS is located in the south of Germany. It is located in the state of Bavaria, one of the most beautiful states in Germany. And we are situated very close to international airports like Frankfurt and Nuremberg. The distance between Würzburg and Schweinfurt is around 40 kilometers. But if you study, let's say, in Würzburg, you don't need to go to Schweinfurt and the opposite. So you only stay in one campus. The difference between Würzburg and Schweinfurt is really big difference. That's why I need to explain you the difference between them. So let's start with Würzburg. It is located on the banks of the river Main. And the population is about 130,000 citizens. It is a very young and vibrant city because it's a city of students. We have 3 universities here in Würzburg. And it has a lot of places of interest. It is really a very touristic place. So we have very old Marienberg Fortress. We have Würzburg Residence, which is amazing, and so on. So it's a lot of fun to live here because you really enjoy life here. Well, Schweinfurt is a bit different. It is smaller. The population is 53,000. It is also on the banks of the River Main, but it is not a touristic place. It has some sites of interest, but not that much as Würzburg. But it is an industrial town. So we have a lot of regional and international companies like Bosch, Rexroth, Schaeffler, SKF, ZF here in Schweinfurt. And it means that students have very good chances to find a student job or a real job after finishing their degree. So there are a lot of job opportunities here in Schweinfurt. Some facts and figures about the university. So it has more than 200 years of history. We have two main campuses in Würzburg and in Schweinfurt, and now we even have one overseas campus in Amman, in Jordan, and the total amount of students is more than 9,000. And we have a very big share of international students, like 2,700 international students from more than 100 countries around the globe. We are very proud to be very international because we also have a huge network of partner universities, more than 240. And we have more than 40 years of international partnerships. In total, there are 10 faculties and a lot of bachelor and master programs. I will show you all of them, and we will talk about them in detail. Very quickly, the history of THWS, like many years ago, it was a polytechnic school. Then the campus in Würzburg was built. And the university, how it is today, was formed is 1971. And just 3 years ago, it was renamed. So before, the name was FHWS, it was Fach, and now it's like technical university. That's why it's THWS. THWS offers 5 fields of excellence. So design, social studies, social sciences, business economics, languages, and engineering programs. Now you see the overview of our bachelor programs, which are offered in German language. So as you can see, we have 5 programs on a bachelor level related to IT. Then we have a lot of engineering programs, like almost all of them are engineering programs, but the focus is a bit different. So civil engineering, business and engineering, robotics, mechatronics. So you see the whole overview. So all these programs are offered in German language. The same here. These are the programs offered in German language, but on a faculty of business and economics. So we have very interesting and popular program, media management, business administration, business analytics, very new program, digital rescue management, and the newest program, which is culinary and wine tourism. It started just last year. Then 2 programs in design, architecture, which is not really design, it's actually a very serious engineering program, and communication design, which is really design. Then in social sector, we offer 2 programs, which are healthcare management and social work. And 1 language program, which is specialized translation, technical or business. So that was the overview of German taught programs. Now you see the master programs, which are offered in German language. Actually, it's more or less the same, what you saw on a bachelor level. You just can, if you started in German language and you completed your degree, you can just continue at our university to study the same, just to get more knowledge and expertise in this field. On this slide, you see the programs in English language. First, the overview of bachelor programs, and on the right side, you see the master programs. So what we offer on a bachelor level, undergraduate level: international management, business and engineering, logistics, mechatronics, robotics. Then the new program, which will start this year for the first time, and it is electrical engineering and information technology, mechanical engineering, applied mathematics, and applied polymer engineering. On a master level, we offer business and engineering, the same. Also, one of our most demanded programs, artificial intelligence. Then international social work with migrants and refugees, then managing global dynamics, and also 2 MBAs, international business and management of business transformation. All these programs are free of charge except MBA programs. Here I would like to explain why our English-taught programs are very special. They are special because we are the only university which offers bachelor programs in English language with the opportunity for students to change the letter of instruction. For example, let's pretend you don't speak any word of German, but you speak English. So you can start one of our English-taught programs with zero knowledge of German. And then you study, and then you visit our German courses at the university, and you complete, let's say, A1 in the first semester, A2 in the second, B1 in the third semester, and B2 in the fourth semester. So after 2 years of education, in the middle of your studies, you get B2 level of German. This level of German will allow you to change the language of instruction without changing the program. So you don't have to get exmatriculated and then you apply once again, but you stay in your own program. You change only the letter of instruction, because all the programs which we offer in English language, we also offer them in German language. And this flexibility, students can choose the language of instruction. And of course, it has a huge advantage for students, because if your aim is to find a good job afterwards and stay in Germany and to pursue your career, you really need knowledge of German, and not only knowledge like, you know, how to get to the train station or something like this, but you need really very good knowledge and all the terminology, and this is what you can get if you will change the letter of instruction. If you don't want to change the language of instruction, it's fine. You can completely continue with English, and you can complete your degree just in English. So you are not forced to change, but you can. Or you can take some subjects in English, some subject in German. So you can mix everything how you like. So you are very flexible. And if you will, let's say, do the half of the program in English and the half of the program in German, you will additionally get not only your diploma, bachelor diploma, but you will also get twin certificate, which will prove that you had bilingual studies. This is how it works. You see 7 semesters, and this change of letter of instruction approximately in the 4th semester. So this is how it works in a perfect world, but students do it how they want to do it. They have the full flexibility. So here I would like to mention that almost all programs are in Schweinfurt, except 2. So applied polymer engineering and international management, they are in Würzburg. And one important detail about international management, this is the only program which has numerous clauses. Numerous clauses means that the number of selected students is restricted. So not everyone can get a study place here because the number is limited. So you have to have very good GPA in order to get a study place in international management. All other programs, they don't have any limits, so they don't have numerous clauses. You can, if you fulfill the requirements, you will guaranteed get a study place. So what else we offer on a bachelor level online programs? This is something totally new to us. So they started just last year. And right now we have 3 programs which are completely online. And so you see on the screen, it's engineering science, health and environmental psychology, and software engineering. This program, they are not free of charge because they are online, but they do not cost a lot of money, so they are not really expensive. If you're interested, just check the website to get all the details, what exactly to do. Now let's talk about the admission requirements for German programs. So first of all, you need to have entrance qualification for German universities. So you need to know if you're eligible or not. Germany has very specific requirements for students from United States. So you have to be very careful to know all the details so that you really know that you are qualified. So you have this entrance qualification. I will show you in details what exactly it means. So this is the first and the most important requirement. The second one is German certificate B2. The majority of universities require C1, but we require B2. So this is the minimum level. And to be honest, I would not recommend to start with B2 because it would be really very difficult for you. So I really recommend to have C1, or at least you have to be motivated to learn, to continue learning German. So anyway, we require THWS 3, DSH1, Goethe C1, Deutsche Sprachdiplom 2, or if you, for example, attend our intensive course, which are online, usually this course is in August, September. So if you have, for example, B1 level of German and you would like to get B2 level of German, you can attend our online intensive course in August. What else you need to know? Some study programs, they require pre-study internship. Maybe it's a big surprise for you, I don't know, but in Germany, it's not very uncommon to require pre-study internship. So for the programs listed, this pre-study internship is required. So it's for architecture, civil engineering, digital rescue management, social work, and healthcare management. So without pre-study internship, it's not really possible to get into one of these programs. But the good news is that you can do the pre-study internship in your own country, so you don't have to do it in Germany. There are some entrance exams, but only for 2 programs. So it's for architecture and for communication design, because we want to check your abilities to be creative and so on. For all other programs, there are no entrance exams. You just apply online and that's it. Now let's talk about admission requirements for English programs. So the same here, entrance qualification for German universities. So it means it doesn't matter in which language you would like to study. English and German, it's the same. So this requirement remains the same for all of you. I mean, we also require English proof if you are from United States, so you have probably your school or college completed in English, or you're a native speaker, so you do not need to fulfill this requirement. Now I will show you what it means to have entrance qualification for German universities, but I would like to mention there are so many details you will see now. That's why I really recommend you to check the website of UniAssist. This is the website in English language where you can get all these details. And I would like also to mention some additional requirements for some programs. So not for all programs, but for some. Let's start with A2 level of German. I told you that you can study only in English language and you don't need a German, but and you really can do this, but all programs require that you have A2 level of German by the end of the 2nd semester. So when you start, you can start with 0 knowledge of German, but by the end of the 2nd semester, you need to have A2 level of German. It's very easy to do because A2 level of German is really not very high level. And in order to fulfill this requirement, you have, for example, the possibility to attend our language classes. So in the 1st semester, you can complete A1 level of German, and in the 2nd semester, you complete A2 level of German. And this is the way how you can fulfill this requirement. There is one exception So, for example, if you are interested in international management, you would need A2 level of German right away. Not by 15th of June or July, but by the end of September of the current year, so when you apply. And so this is one exception where you do not have 1 year to learn German. You have to know it right away. Then we have 4 programs in English language which require the test AS or SAT. If you're, for example, interested in these programs in German language, you do not have to fulfill these requirements. It may sound a bit strange, but this is how it is. So if you are interested in English-taught programs, robotics, mechatronics, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and information technology, you need to fulfill this requirement. So if you decide to get a SAT test, you have to get 1050 points, minimum score, or if it's test us, you have to select engineering module, only engineering, not something different. And you have to get 100 points in core test and also at least 100 points in engineering module. So these are the requirements for these 4 programs. If you would like to study, let's say, business and engineering, logistics, business and engineering, logistics, applied mathematics, and applied polymer engineering, you do not have any additional requirements. So what you see on the screen, these are the requirements. There is no additional requirement. And now let's talk about the entrance qualification for German universities. So these requirements are not only our requirements, not only from THWS, this requirement is for all German universities. And as I said, now I will not go through all these details. You will find all this information on the website of UniAssist. And so don't worry if you cannot if you don't read all these details, you will get the link. So what you need to do is you have to get your high school diploma, and you also need advanced placement tests. And then you see it can be mathematics, technology, pharmacy, and so on. And you have also to fulfill these small requirements. And if you fulfill all these requirements, then you qualify for direct subject restricted admission for mathematical subjects, technology, natural sciences, medicine, or pharmacy. Now I will show you different options. So this is the second slide regarding entrance qualification, the same here. High school diploma plus advanced placement tests, but the subjects are different. So humanities, economics, and so on. And in this case, you qualify for direct subjects restricted admission for humanities, social sciences, economics, and so on. So it depends on what you would like to study in Germany. You need to know this, and then you know which requirements you must fulfill. Now the third slide. For example, you have high school diploma and you studied at least 2 years at college or university. So in this case, you also get entrance qualification, and you get it even for direct general admission. So you are not now limited by any area. You can study whatever you want to study, but only if you have this combination, high school diploma and at least two successful academic years. The fourth slide is high school diploma plus associate degree. If you have associate degree, in this case, you also qualify for direct general admission for academic studies in any subject area. So you decide what you would like to study. And the last but not least, in case you have IB diploma. IB diploma also offers you entrance qualification for German universities. Here you have to fulfill also some criteria. And here you see the information on the left. So if you qualify, if you fulfill all these requirements, you qualify for direct general admission. and you decide what you would like to study. If you fulfill the requirements on the right, then you do not have general admission, but subject restricted admission, and in the subjects which are mentioned on the slide. So I hope you see that it's not that easy, but as I said, all this information is provided on the website of UniAssist. So what is actually UniAssist? UniAssist is organization in Berlin, and UniAssist helps German universities to check the documents of international students, because all countries, they have very different school systems, and it's not very easy for German universities to understand, does a student qualify for general admission or doesn't? So UniAssist is doing this job. And for example, if you would like to study at our university, you anyway need to apply to UniAssist, because they will do this check if you qualify to study at our university or not. So what I recommend is you check the website of UniAssist in advance to see for yourself, do you fulfill these requirements? Do you have this admission or not? If yes, then you just apply to UniAssist. You get at the end a document is called VPD, and VPD is needed to apply. It is needed to be uploaded on our application portal. So you anyway, the first step is to apply to UniAssist, but you can check your eligibility beforehand. So this is clear. Yes, you apply to UniAssist. This is the first step. And because UniAssist needs around 4 to 6 weeks, I really recommend you to apply as soon as possible, because they really need a lot of time. And then the second step is to register on our website. So we have our own application portal. And here you have to understand that we have two different deadlines. The first deadline is for English-taught programs, which is 15th of June. Unfortunately, many students, they miss this deadline because they think that first they need to get an answer from UniAssist, but this is not correct. So you have to apply to UniAssist, and on the same time, you apply on our application portal, because you have to respect this deadline. If you will miss it, the portal will be closed, and even you get VPD from UniAssist, it will not help you because the application portal is closed already. So you do it in the same time. Because even the application portal is closed after the 15th of June, you still can upload the required documents. So it's not closed for you as soon as you're registered. So you can upload your documents like in June or in July, even in August. So we will wait for your VPD from UniAssist, but the most important thing, you apply by 15th of June. If you are interested in our German taught programs, the deadline here is 15th of July. After you applied and upload all the required documents, you will get the answer. Hopefully the positive answer, so your letter of admission. As soon as you get your letter of admission, you will read this letter and you will see the next steps. So the next step will be to confirm your study place, and then you start your enrollment process, and then you finish your enrollment process. And after you finished it, you can start your first semester at our university, and it will be on the 1st of October. So here, once again, the application deadlines, because they are very different in comparison to other German universities. So you need to register on our application portal from the 1st of April till 15th of June. This is the deadline for registration. You can upload your documents later. For German taught programs, it's from the 1st of May till 15th of July. And there is an exception for the programs Architecture and Communication Design, which are in German language. They have their deadlines much earlier, I guess even in May. So you have, if you're interested in these programs, you have to check their website to see when exactly is the deadline, because as I told you, these programs have examinations. That's why the whole process is different there. I wanted to show you also our academic calendar to understand how it works. So usually the winter semester starts on the 1st of October. So the first lecture will start on the 1st of October. And the whole semester goes till 14th of March. You have first period of lectures, then you have exams, and then you have semester break, 1 month. Then on the 15th of March starts the summer semester. And here exactly the same. First you have lecture period, then exams, and then semester break. You have semester break for 2 months, the whole August and the whole September. This is the time when you can travel back to United States, or you travel in Europe, in Germany, or you have a student job and you work. So it's up to you what you do. This is free time for you. Usually you get your bachelor degree in 3.5 years, and 1 semester is internship in a company. So it's not an option, it's a must. This is where you get your first working experience. This is really very important. And then if you would like to continue with your master study, usually it takes 1.5 years. I say usually because you don't have, actually you have fixed plans, but they are still very flexible. So you can design your own plan as you wish. You can, I know some students, they complete their bachelor studies in 3 years because they took much more subjects in the first, in the second semester and so on. And they just put many subjects in their semesters, and so they completed in 3 years. Or for example, some students, they have, I don't know, some hobbies, a lot of friends, and they want to travel or they want to work, and they don't have that much time for studies, and that's why they like study 4 years or 4.5 years, or sometimes even 5 years. So it's very flexible. It doesn't cost anything extra. So it's a really good possibility for you to design your study as you like. So let's talk about financial part. As I said, we do not charge any tuition fees except online programs and MBAs because the government doesn't pay for MBAs, for example. We only have registration fee, which must be covered by students in Würzburg. So if you study in Würzburg, it is around 170 euros per semester. And if you study in Schweinfurt, it is around 114 euros per semester. This price includes a travel ticket for the whole semester for all transportation means, for buses, trams, and so on in the city. So living costs, they are approximately, I would say, 900 to 1,000 euros officially. The sum is 992 euros per month. But of course, the sum depends on your lifestyle. If you have a car or not, if you smoke or not, how much money costs your accommodation. Sometimes it can be very cheap. Sometimes it can be really very expensive. The fixed price is actually health insurance. It costs 150 euros. Food depends on which kind of supermarket you go to and how much money you spend on your leisure activities and so on. Unfortunately, we do not offer any scholarships because we do not charge any tuition fees. So this is the logic. And there are some programs, there are some institutions and so on, where you can get some scholarships. Or for example, if you have German citizenship, then of course you can get BAföG because it is actually for Germans. And BAföG, the sum depends on many factors, but it can be also up to 992 euros per month. We also have DAD scholarships and Germany scholarship and some others, but they depend on your performance. So only students with like excellent performance, with really very high grade and with some social activities and like something extra, then you might get a scholarship. And there is one wonderful website, which is meinstipendium.de. This is the website where you can find all the programs which are offered for German students. Sorry, not for German students, for students in Germany. You are also allowed to work in Germany, for example, like up to 140 days full-time per year or 280 days part-time per year. If you work for university, nobody will count these days, so this is an exception. And minimum wage right now is almost 14 euros per hour. Next year it will be almost 15. And usually students work for basis. It is 603 euro, and it is tax-free minimum wage. Usually students have very simple jobs, like they work as a waiter in local cafes and restaurants or in shops. Later, if they are good in their subjects, they work in companies and they get really very good salary. And students can find jobs actually everywhere on the university website, on newspapers, and so on. Some words about accommodation. Unfortunately, it's not very easy topic for us because the demand is so big for accommodation. It's not very easy to find accommodation for students or for all other people. It's just not easy in Germany. And in our region in Bavaria, it's in Würzburg and in Schweinfurt, it's really not very easy. That's why you have to know this and to start applying for a room everywhere as soon as you get the letter of admission. This is really very important. So one way to live is because in United States, you have probably your campuses where dormitories are like on the campus and everything is organized. So in Germany, we don't have this luxury. We don't even have our own dormitories. So German universities do not have any residences. We only teach. There is another organization, which is Studentenwerk. This organization provides student accommodation and also canteen and some advices. So what you can do is, as soon as you get your letter of admission, you go to the website of Studentenwerk and you apply for a room. The prices are good. The conditions are very good because everything is equipped. It's close to the university. You have your own apartment, or you share your accommodation, but you have your own room. So everyone has his own room. You do not have to share it with somebody. But as I said, the only disadvantage is that the demand is very, very high. So you have to apply, and even it's not successful, you might get a possibility to get a room in a semester or in 2 semesters. That's why it's required for you to apply. If you will not get a student dormitory, you have to look for a room on a private flat market. There are a lot of websites on our website. You will find all the websites where you can find rooms for students. As far as I know, if you want to study in Germany, you need a student visa. And one of the requirements of getting a visa is to provide a blocked bank account. This requirement is only for non-EU students. If you have German citizenship, you do not need to fulfill this requirement. In all other cases, you need to have almost 12,000 euros on this blocked account. Or if you have some relatives or friends in Germany, they might provide you with a finance guarantee. It's called Verpflichtungserklärung or Declaration of Commitment, but not everyone will sign it. So you have to check if somebody will sign this finance guarantee for you. Otherwise, you just open a blocked account, you put this money on this account, and that's it. Every student is obliged to be insured in Germany. There are 2 types of insurance, public and private. There is a huge difference between them. If you're interested to know the details, what is the difference, you can check our website. We explained very well where is the difference, but we always recommend to get public because it has a lot of advantages. It costs around 150 euros. if you are not older than 30 years old. If you're older, then you have to pay more. We know from our experience that international students face a lot of problems in Germany, especially when they arrive. The culture is totally different and everything is different. That's why we offer orientation program for our international students. So it starts in July. This is where you get help with your enrollment process and some questions you might have and so on. And then in September, it will continue and you will get detailed information about do's and don'ts, how to open bank account, how to register in the city hall, how to do this, how to do that. So everything what you need to know will be covered in the orientation program. You will also get German culture training because you need to understand how Germans are, what they expect, and it will just help you. And we also offer some math course if it's required for your study. Just for you, if you forgot something, it's not obligatory. And during studies, we also offer various cultural activities. We organize a lot of visits to industrial companies, like big companies like Mercedes and BMW and so on. I mentioned previously that we also offer German language courses. We offer all levels, so you can start with A1 and you can continue till C1. We also have special courses like German for engineers or business German. The prices are very different. It depends on our financial situation. If we get funds, then we do not charge anything for students. If we do not get funds, then it costs around 300 euros per semester. So per level, per semester. And we have like semester courses, or we have also intensive courses. I already mentioned, for those of you who already have or will have B1 level by July, you can apply for intensive German course with B1, and then you will get very intensive online course. And you will, at the end, if you will pass exam, you will get a certificate that now you have B2 level. And then you can start your study on the 1st of October. So it means if you're interested in any German bachelor course at our university and your level of German is B1, it is enough to apply, to start an application. And if you will confirm it in September, after completing, for example, this intensive course, then you still can start your study on the 1st of October. We are very proud that we have so many partner universities and we are working hard to extend our network. That's why I wanted to mention it once again. So why we need so many partners, it just gives a lot of freedom and flexibility. Students can go to, I don't know, to spend one semester to Finland, to Japan, to Great Britain, to Spain, and so on. So it's just a very cool opportunity. What else I would like to mention about our university? So our professors have very extensive practical experience. They are like, in order to be a professor at our university, they all need to have worked at least 3 years in the industry. So we don't have only here theory. And we regularly have experts from the world of industry and business which come to our university to teach. I also mentioned that 1 semester out of 7 is for internship, which is also a must. And during the studies, you will have a very great share of laboratory and seminar practice. My colleagues, they always organize field trips to companies and they take a lot of students with them to bring students to the companies. And it's a big advantage for you if you, for example, after you complete your internship, if you like the company, if the company likes you, they might offer you a topic to write your bachelor thesis about. and it is also paid, so you will get paid for this. You will continue to work in the company, and you will like write your bachelor thesis, so it might be a project relevant to the company. Usually, if you, for example, if you have your internship in a company, if you will stay one semester longer writing your thesis, usually they might also give you a working contract after you get your degree, just because they know you already and you know the company, so you don't need to look for a job and the company doesn't need to look for a new person. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. And we also have a career service at our university. We have actually two of them. One is in German, another one is in English language. And so we bring students and companies together. Now I have some fun slides. So they're supposed to show you how fun it is to live here and to enjoy life. So maybe you've heard about Dirk Nowitzki. It's a very famous basketball player. So he's originally from Würzburg. And Würzburg is really a lot of fun to live here, and because you can travel, we have a lot of wine festivals, like from May till September. We have a lot of music festivals and different events, and we have even a beach here, and so university sport. So actually everything what student needs to enjoy life. We are also a very safe cities. So you don't have to be worried about safety at all, at least here in Würzburg and in Schweinfurt. And probably my last slide, perspective after studies. Here I would like to mention that Germany is still the country was one of the lowest youth unemployment rates in whole Europe. And you officially have up to 18 months to find a job after you get your degree. And in this time, you're also allowed to work. And Schweinfurt is a city or a town with one of the highest job densities in whole Germany. So we always say that Schweinfurt has more jobs than people. And what the university offers is practice-oriented education and free of charge career service, where we help students how to write CV according to German standards, how to behave in job interviews, and so on. And my last slide are our channels and contacts. You see the phone number, you see the email, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, you can visit our website. And we also offer a Zoom appointments where you can talk to me or to my colleagues just in real life if you have something to discuss or you would like to talk to a person. So it's the easiest way to connect. So now I am at the end of my presentation. I hope everything was clear. I hope you like the university, and I hope to see some of you in Schweinfurt or in Würzburg. Thank you very much for your attention.
Wow, thank you so much for this great informative presentation. That was wonderful, Natalia. So let me just put on our last slide here. So this is, as always, we have our final slide with all the contact details once more. So if you would like to connect with Natalia and the university, you will find her information right here along with my own. And while we have the slide up, I have a couple of follow-up questions for you, Natalia. Maybe let's start out when you were talking about the campuses, you mentioned the overseas campus in Amman in Jordan. Are there specific majors that you can study over there, or do you offer almost all the other ones as well, or what's the difference? And I'm assuming you still would apply via UniAssist, or how does that work?
Well, it's actually a project, and only one study program is involved in this project. So it's hydrogen technology. So it means that students from Amman, they study first 2 years in Amman, and then they continue to study at our university. So they are officially studying from the very beginning at our university, but they are in Jordan
Oh,
and
okay.
they learn German. So
Hmm.
they start in English, they learn German for 2 years, and then they physically come to Germany to complete the studies here. So another 2 years. So this project is designed like this. So I guess it's only a start. So maybe we will have much more projects like this with different countries, but
Hmm.
this is our first.
Oh, okay, great, great, great. So it's specifically for students from that region, so it's not for other students who wanted to apply
No,
there.
no,
So,
no.
okay, got it. Great. That's awesome to have that. Another question I had, actually two more. So you mentioned the orientation week, and you said you offer all these cultural classes and whatnot starting in July. So I was wondering, how fast do students actually find out if they are being admitted? Because if it starts in
Mm.
July already, do they know in July already that they're admitted? I thought it takes a lot longer sometimes.
Well, it depends because like the application portal is open from the 1st of April, right, for English-taught programs. And some
Mm.
students, they already have their UNIASYS check and they have all the documents already by the 1st of April. So on the 1st of
Oh,
April,
okay.
they upload everything. They got admitted on the 2nd April and they have a huge like advantage because they can already apply for dormitories and so on. So for them, it's not a problem. For those who get their high school diploma or any required documents in July, for them it's a totally different situation. They might get their letter of admission in August, for example. And of course, they miss the first part of orientation program, but they miss only the part which is like not relevant for them because they learn how to, for example, how to do the enrollment process. So right in July, they don't need to know how to complete the enrollment process because they are still not admitted. And that's why my colleague, she records all her sessions. And those students who get their admission later in August, let's say, she sends them all the information, all the presentations and this video recording so that students do not miss any important information.
Okay, well, that's good to know. So that's really helpful. And then my last one, my last question that I had was regarding the numerous clauses that you mentioned
Mhm.
for the international management program. And I was wondering, it looks like that the whole application process works through Uni Assist. How is the selective process, like how does the selection process actually work? I guess it's also through Uni Assist. Are there different aspects that a student needs to go through, or what's?
Mhm. So if the program has numerous clauses like international management, the application process is a bit different. So first step is UniAssist anyway, in any case. Then the second step is application on our portal. It's exactly the same. But for programs with numerous clauses, they need to register in a third portal, which is Hochschulstart. And this is where they compete with other students with their GPA. And this is where the selection process takes place. And in August, they know if they got admitted or not through this um, third portal.
Third portal. Okay, okay. So they find out via Hochschulstart if they got
Yes,
admitted. Okay,
yes,
okay. All right, okay. And I'm assuming that if students have any questions regarding anything, they would come to you or your colleagues and you would help them further through the application
exactly.
process, right? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you so much for answering all these extra questions that I had. And thank you, of course, for introducing us to the Technical University of Applied Sciences, Würzburg-Schweinfurt, or THWS in Germany. I really appreciate you taking the time today to give us a closer look at the university and share why THWS can be a strong option for international students looking to study outside their home country. As a quick reminder, our Global College Spotlight series continues each month, featuring universities from across Europe and beyond. You can revisit today's conversation and explore previous Global College Spotlights anytime on our website or on our YouTube channel. And yeah, with that, I look forward to welcoming you back next month in March 2026, when we will continue our exploration of universities in the DACH region and introduce you to a university in Austria. Until then, thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Take care and goodbye.